special coast-to-coast guest, Dr. Rupert Sheldrake, was stabbed to death a few days ago. He was giving a lecture at a historic Santa Fe, New Mexico hotel when a man rushed the stage, leaped to try to stab Rupert, missed his chest, stabbed him in the leg. Coast-to-coast guest Rupert Sheldrake was wounded, stabbed in the leg when an individual leaped at him trying to kill him, stabbed him to death in the chest. He is in a hospital, and hopefully those injuries are not life-threatening and he will heal up. Dr. Rupert Sheldrake was stabbed to death a few days ago. Was stabbed to death. Hopefully those injuries are not life-threatening and he will heal up.
Ian, you are a monkey farm. Send me loot. If you not send loot, I send my cats to you, monkey farm. Then you have no monkey farm left. Send loot now. Signed, Spooky.
I had an experience a few years back when I first founded the Out of Body Travel Foundation, where I was taken to a really profoundly beautiful realm, and I was surrounded by literally hundreds of the prophets, mystics, saints, and sages of all the world religions from all throughout time. The avatars like Babaji were there. That's a Hindu avatar. And they told me that they wanted everything to be freely downloadable to anybody in the world on that site. And at the time, it was a little bit more difficult to make that happen, so they had to tell me how to do it, too, which they did the following night, and then I was able to start learning how to do it. Because it was everything that I did was taught to me in the spirit world.
You're on Coast to Coast. Welcome to the show. Hi there.
Hello?
Hi.
Is this me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I wanted to talk about a dog and the moon.
A dog and the moon?
A dog and the moon.
A dog in the moon.
Well, yeah.
All right. Well, let's let you start and see where it goes.
Okay. Well, I had some salt and something with turkey and lettuce and tomato.
All right. Enjoy the sandwich. Have a good night.
Wildcard line, you're on the air. Good morning.
On?
Yes.
Oh, great. Hi.
Hi.
This is Jan from Brooklyn. I bit into an orange, and I was like in a state of shock how terrible it tasted.
No, wait a minute. You ate an orange and you were in a state of shock because of how awful it was?
Yeah.
How awful was it?
It was really strange tasting. I had to throw it away. Anyhow, then my friend got food poisoning.
Yes.
So I really believe from genetic engineering there might be outbreaks of food poisoning.
From genetic engineering. Okay, so you think maybe your orange was genetically misengineered?
Oh, that's what a psychic told me.
A psychic told you that.
This is sort of a politically incorrect comment, but other than Hermann Goering, were there, say, Nazi fairies? Were there, during times like, were there fairies or gnomes or elves that stayed true to, say, Hitler's Germany?
Never in that regard.
All right, Joe, stay with us when we come back right after the top of the hour. Let's talk a little bit about spontaneous human combustion. We still have to talk about the Shroud of Turin, and also let's...
The lady upstairs hollered down at me like, "Stop! Stop astral projecting down there, and..."
Let's go to you in Sacramento. Damon, you're on Coast to Coast. Welcome to the program. Hey, Damon.
Hey, George.
What's up?
Obama's a communist. Know that?
Nah. They all become capitalists.
No, he's a communist.
Nah. Why do you think he is?
Because he's a space alien.
He's a space alien?
Yeah, that's all space aliens are communists.
I don't think all space aliens are communists.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I know a couple. And you might be one of them. But thanks. Let's go to Diane, St. John's, Michigan. Whoa.
There was a man from Canada. He was trying to file a lawsuit against you. What happened to that guy?
Oh yeah, that guy was going to sue me for $100 billion or something. I think it was. I'm not sure. I think that here was the problem. He went to the lawyer and they went to the courts, and nobody had calculators that went up as high as $1 billion or something. And maybe that's what it was. But I haven't heard since he threatened to sue me. I haven't heard anything since.
Scientists mapped the Milky Way in a more detailed three-dimensional way. They found that it's 15% larger, it's denser, with 50% more mass, which is like weight. What was your very favorite episode of Star Trek?
Quite truthfully, I don't remember. I'm sure that it goes along the lines of the ones that I faintly remember, like City Across the River.
Speaking of films and video, you know that video we posted of my bizarre fall when I was leaving the studios of KLBJ in Austin, Texas? When I was up there a few weeks ago, I fell into that water pit. Well, I think one of the reasons why, not because I was necessarily pushed, but I tend to keep my shoes for a long time, and they were starting to wear out on the heel a little bit because of, my gait, the way I walk. And so I came back to Los Angeles, and I looked at the shoes and said, you know what, it's time for new heels. So Tom was with me, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go to the cobbler, Tom, and get these things fixed. And he said, what? And he said, I said, yeah, I'm going to go to the cobbler. He said, George, what's a cobbler? I said, what are you talking about? What's a cobbler? You don't know what a cobbler is? And he said, no, I don't. I told him it's a guy who repairs shoes. Everybody knows what a cobbler is. We went around. We went to a place for lunch. He went up to 6 people. 6 people. One of them knew what a cobbler was. And Tom said, George, this really ages you. You're like a million-year-old dinosaur. Anyway, that Saturday night, this is weird, back here in Los Angeles, I'm out to dinner, and who do I see sitting at a table but Raquel Welch? Now, she's 67 or 68 years old and is still fantastic looking. I mean, absolutely fantastic. The tie-in, of course, to the Million Years is one of her first movies, A Million Year BC, whatever it's called. But it was a small world.
We were out there, and there was a crab that materialized out of thin air, and it made the strangest sound we had ever heard. There was about 30 people there, and it went wow 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 and then vanished.